Shalom, brothers and sisters. In the book of Galatians, chapter 5, verse 24, it is written, "Those who belong to Christ Jesus have crucified the flesh with its passions and desires." So we learn that body or the flesh has its passions and desires. Sometimes these passions and desires are against the spirit. Your spirit might be willing to do something very good, but your body refuses. Your spirit might be craving, might be pushing you to do according to God's will, but your body refuses. So that's why we need to crucify our body. Jesus said, if your eye will cause you to stumble, if your eye cause you to sin, gouge it out. If your hand will cause you to sin, cut it. It's better for you to go in heaven blind rather than staying with your eyes and go to hell. But how do you crucify our body? Different people have different areas to work on, different areas of the body. One person's weakness might be another person's strong point. But how do you know your areas you need to work on? For example, you might think you are very spiritual. You might think you have reached a certain point of spiritualism until the day you find yourself in area where people are playing specific secular music. How do you behave? Do you like continuing listening to that music? If that is the case, that's the area you need to work on. But if you are hurt with that music, you feel like you need to close your ears, then you are good. How about if people around you annoy you? You demand respect maybe, and they don't respect you. People just insult you. How long will it take for you to remove that bitterness? How long will it take you to forgive them? That's the area you need to work on. If a good man, maybe a handsome man, passes you, maybe you're a lady, passes nearby you, or if a very beautiful lady passes around you, if you're a man, how will you behave? How will your body react? If you feel attracted to them, if you feel like you want to have sex with them, they're not your husbands, they're not your wives, that's the area you need to work on. How about being jealousy? How do you feel when people around you prosper? Maybe close relatives or even enemies, people you don't like. When they prosper, do you feel jealous? Do you wish it were you? If that is the case, that's the area of the flesh you need to work on. How about if you find yourself in trouble? Maybe police have arrested you. Do you lie for you to be released? If you need money from somebody, do you create stories so that you get that money? Sometimes you lie, but you might not realize that you are lying. Most people who were brought up by very strict parents, very strict older siblings, very strict teachers, in most cases they find themselves lying so that they get out of that trouble. If you're one of them, that's the area of the flesh you need to work on. Stealing to some people is not a big deal. They don't realize that is theft. They don't realize that is sin. They don't realize that's the area of weakness of the flesh they need to work on. Some people steal to survive. Some people steal because they feel like that thing should have belonged to them. Those are the areas they need to work on. How about if you're too ambitious and you are impatient? Somebody prophesies to you, you think that God is delaying, or you want something from somebody, you feel like there is a lot of delay. You need that promotion, you feel like, no, I should have got it yesterday. That marriage, you feel like it is delaying. So if you're too impatient, that's the area you need to work on. There are people who have problem with food and drinks. When they see alcohol or non-alcoholic drinks, they feel like they need to take all of it. When they see food, they can't resist. They are restless, whether in the funeral, whether is in a party or any ceremony. They feel like they have to be around the food. And when they are not selected to be around the food, they feel but they like eating everything. They don't care about their health. So those are the areas of weakness, areas of the flesh which needs to be worked on. If you are a kind of a person or a person nearby who, when they pass by some material things like very nice cars, very nice jewelry, very nice food, very nice clothes, they can't resist. They rather look for a loan to buy those things, not because they really need them, not because it's very necessity to them, but the flesh wants them to be with those things. The flesh is pushing them so much that they have them. Those are the areas which they need to work on. These are the areas we should work on, especially before we grow very old, because when we grow very old, it will be very difficult to work on it. So watch your area of weakness and work on it.